Goes in and out, out of focus, in and focus, out of focus, in and focus. I love clean clothes. Happy freaking Monday. Decided to sleep on the beach again last night. It was worth it. No, I don't want a long sleeve. First off, today I'm going to be doing a lot of boring errand running stuff. Adult stuff, I guess, like paying bills and making sure my mortgage is paid for at the marina and, you know, all that boring kind of stuff. Ninja Turtles. Can't find anything. So what I'm thinking is, second off, you guys have been asking me some great questions. So today, I'm thinking, let's do a freaking Q&A. My table is really wobbly. It's like 1 a.m. actually. It's been a long day. But no matter. Let's do some Q&A. First off, Uber Stapler asks, why the Air Force? And what's your MOS? MOS stands for Military Occupational Specialty. If you didn't know. I've decided that on my drill weekends, I think that's when I'm going to actually go over a lot more of my military background, funny stories, life lessons learned, yada yada. But to cover quick, why the Air Force and what's my MOS? First off, why the Air Force? My cousin was in the Air Force. My brother was in the Army. My brother said join the Air Force. My cousin said join the Air Force. I ended up picking the Air Force. Second off, my MOS, crew chief. Flight line, aircraft maintenance, crew chief. And then I did a little back shop in the guard, but now I'm back to flight line. Cranking wrenches on jets when it comes right down to it. Definitely not the Chair Force side of the Air Force. This coming Saturday, I actually have drill in Portland already. So Uber Stapler, I'm gonna go more into detail how I got that career field, yada yada. Thanks for the freaking question. So stay tuned on, I guess it'll be Sunday since you see what happened yesterday. Now tonight's main topic, Diego Cuellar, I'm sorry man, Diego Cuellar. What camera do you use? BTW. Well, I don't just use one camera, Diego Cuellar. I use trace cameras. So let's go over the pros and cons of each freaking one and why I use them in some sort of interesting fashion. Right now you are looking at me through, you guessed it, a freaking GoPro. Great for these wide angle shots, but kind of has too much going on for the selfie shot. However, you can adjust it to do a medium shot or a narrow shot. Medium and narrow. My first month on YouTube, I actually solely used this GoPro for everything. And I shortly found out that there was a whole bunch of problems with the Hero 3s. This bad boy freezes up all the time, so I knew I needed to find something else. That brings us to our second camera. My main shooter, the Canon Powershot Elph 300 HS. I got it for $65 on eBay. They go for like $350 new on Amazon. I've dropped it like 30 times. For the price and how abusive I am with it, I'm really happy with this camera. It does what I want. For the most part, with the little wind attachment that's on top, it blocks the wind pretty well as well. It's very tiny, so it can fit in my pocket. Better audio. Selfies also look pretty natural with this thing. However, there is often times when I wish I had the capabilities of throwing out a wider freaking lens. That's when sometimes I'll switch to the GoPro to get the wider shots that I need. If I had a DSLR, I'd probably just throw in a wider freaking lens and just use this for the shots where I want to like go underwater, climb rocks with one arm while selfieing. Things like that. Another thing about the 300HS that I really like is that it's super fast. And by that I mean you hit the button, turns on, opens up the lens, and ready to take a shot within a couple seconds. Hit the power button off, sucks it back in right away, you're good to go. Being on the road, or just in general trying to capture things quickly that you're passing by quickly, or something crazy happens, you want to quick shoot it, this baby's fast. The other thing about the GoPro that was annoying is you gotta hold that button down for a couple seconds, then you gotta wait a couple more seconds to actually be able to shoot. Again, I have the Hero 3. I don't know what the new ones are like. Maybe they're quicker. But for my setup, this was a night and day difference when it came to the quickness. Last and definitely least is this bad boy. The Nikon 810, or as I call it, lapse. Pretty much only good for time lapses. Shoots in 720 HD. The audio is really crappy too. I'm now actually contemplating calling it rock, because after I fell in Seattle... Oh shit. Oh. I hit the lens pretty hard. The zoom in and outage button stopped working for a while. Currently now works, kinda. And it also has a problem focusing. Doesn't like to focus at all. That's why you'll see in a lot of my time lapses with this bad boy, it goes in and out, out of focus, in and focus, out of focus, in and focus. The only reason that I still actually, what are you doing? The only reason that I actually still use it is because it can shoot in 30-minute intervals, whereas my Canon can only shoot in 10-minute intervals. So it works out better for time lapses again, but often they're in focus and out of focus constantly throughout the time lapse. It's just not a good setup, but I'm trying to use what I have for now. Alright, enough of this audio. Great questions from Diego Suliar, and thank you so much for your questions, everybody. I am loving the feedback and all the great comments and questions you guys are sending me. Thank you so much. I hope you guys know how much I appreciate the support. One quick side note is my current cell service, I can't even load YouTube and answer questions in my sailboat. I'm literally doing everything I can to get back to you as soon as I can. To me, it just seems right. You guys take the time to watch my videos, leave me awesome feedback, give me likes. I want to get back to you as soon as I can. So now you have a better understanding if you don't hear from me right away. But keep sending in the questions, keep liking and watching, subscribing and sharing. I appreciate it so much. I gotta make some banana freaking pancakes. My stomach is growling.